She kept a collection of recordings, called it her conservation efforts. Sick fucking.
A piercing alarm cut through the room, red lights suddenly pulsing from monitors that had been dormant moments before. Two technicians across the room leapt to their stations, fingers flying across keyboards as screens filled with blurred images of something moving too fast to capture properly.
Shit, velocity's on a tear again.
Shouted a woman with cybernetic implants visible at her temples.
Patterns completely unstable. He's broken his eastern corridor.
What the hell?
Another technician slammed his palm against a monitor.
That's the third time this week. His trajectory's completely unpredictable.
Aphrodite's brow furrowed in confusion.
Velocity? That's impossible. Last time I saw him, Hellhound had practically liquefied his legs. He couldn't even stand, let alone run.
Peril barked a laugh that contained no humor, only bitter recognition.
Yeah, that's the thing about supers. They don't stay broken like the rest of us.
He navigated through the chaos to a central monitor, tapping commands that brought up thermal imaging of something moving at incomprehensible speed.
Velocity heals fast, too fast. His metabolism operates at roughly 800 times normal human rate.
The screen showed a streak of white-hot energy zigzagging across what appeared to be the eastern seaboard, occasionally blurring into spirals or chaotic loops before straightening again.
But the real horror show? He can't stop.
Peril's voice dropped, taking on the cadence of a pathologist delivering terminal news.
His heart would literally explode if he slowed below about 600 miles per hour. His body burns calories faster than he can consume them. His brain processes information so quickly that normal human interaction feels like being trapped in tar. So he runs.
The thermal imaging zoomed out, showing the blazing trail extending across the Atlantic, then Europe, then across Asia in a matter of seconds.
3 laps around the world, every single bloody day. Even if his legs and bones are still broken from the fight.
Peril continued, eyes fixed on the chaotic thermal patterns dancing across the screen.
Snapped femurs, shattered tibias, pulverized ankles, doesn't matter. The bones grind against each other with every step, splintering and reknitting in real time, a perpetual cycle of destruction and regeneration.
He zoomed in on a satellite image, capturing a millisecond of Velocity's passage through Mumbai, the hero's face frozen in an expression that made Aphrodite's blood run cold. His eyes were wide, pupils dilated to black holes, mouth stretched in a rictus grin that exposed too many teeth, veins bulging beneath skin pulled taut over his skull.
But it's not just about healing or necessity,
Peril said, voice dropping to something almost reverent.
The sick fuck's addicted to it. Look at his face, that's not pain, that's ecstasy. He's a speed freak in the most literal sense, mainlining velocity like it's the purest heroin ever cooked.
The thermal trail suddenly veered sharply, creating a blazing figure 8 pattern over the Pacific that sent tsunami warnings blaring across multiple monitors.
There he goes again,
Peril muttered. Aphrodite watched in horrified fascination as the trail carved through populated areas with complete disregard for what or who might be in its path.
The casualties.
Astronomical.
Peril confirmed, flicking through incident reports with practiced efficiency.
When he hits a crowd at full speed, human bodies just atomize, turn to pink mist. Yesterday he plowed through a market in Marrakesh. 47 dead, 100 plus, injured. Iocn's official statement blamed it on a terrorist bombing. They had cleanup crews on site within 20 minutes. Witnesses paid off or threatened into silence.
On another screen, footage from a traffic camera in Seoul captured a flash of movement, followed by the explosive decompression of an entire city block, windows shattering outward, pedestrians bowled over like bowling pins, cars flipped end over end from the shock.
That was last week,
Peril said, gesturing toward the devastation with his beer bottle.
Official story, gas main explosion. Reality, Velocity created a sonic boom that registered on seismographs in 3 countries.
The hideous pit bull had finally finished violating the Wildmane plush toy, and now lounged beside its conquest, tongue lolling from its crooked jaw as it watched the monitors with surprising intelligence. Pomera positioned herself between the creature and Aphrodite, her posture alert, but not aggressive.
The real kicker? Velocity could run straight through this building right now.
Peril continued, gesturing with his beer at the walls surrounding them.
And we'd all be pink mist before our brains could even register we were dead, just by being in the way.
He took a long pull from his bottle, Adam's apple bobbing beneath his stubbled throat.
That's the real joke of Iocon's heroes. They're walking catastrophes pretending to be saviors.